Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spitting every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale, a fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep parts. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. What is poppin', people? Welcome back to Shy Ill Reacts. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. Thank you for hanging out with me today on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Hope everybody's having a great day and getting after that money. Millions! Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Please hit the like button on the way in. It's looking rather despicable. It's looking rather greedy over there in the like section, all right? Not many of us at the start of this, 9, 10, All right, so let's get them likes up to 910. All right, let everybody else catch up. We'll be here for a little minute. We have a premiere at 2:30. Couple of things we got to cover today. Welcome back to our day streams, noon streams. Y'all let me know in the chat how y'all feel about these, excuse me, day streams. Let's see how long we could keep them going. Again, it's all a test. Looking to see what it does for the algorithm and seeing what changes got to be made from there. Salutes to y'all. All right. Shout out to the chat. Shannon was first. Salutes. All right. Shout out 298 Sosa. Shout out Chucky Chingon at the gig, getting that money. Millions. All right. Shout out ECA 22. Shout out Snicker Season. Young Jizzle. Salute JP. Salute Shia, my dude, Il Cartel members in chat. Hope you have a blessed and grateful Thursday, aka Friday Junior. Please like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free, man. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. It's free. And in this economy, we know you motherfuckers like free shit. Alright? You know who likes free shit the most? The motherfuckers that watch and don't hit the like button. They can't even do that. You know what I mean? Salute. Shout out SD Mexican Mike, whatever Shy. Shout out Shannon. She said the day streams are cool, something different. Let's see how long we hold on to them. So far, so good. I'm enjoying them. Right? You know, the last couple of days, it's looked like a regular evening stream, all right? This is the slowest start we've had to an afternoon stream that I've seen thus far. So we'll see who else trickles in. But if you're here, there's 10 of you here. Only 6 of you hit the like button. To the other 4 of you, I ask you to dig deep inside yourself and find the goodness in your heart to just hit that kinetic energy against that button and hit that like button. Otherwise, you can fucking push on and kick rocks. We don't need you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that might offend you and you might want to leave, and I might want to do that because your lack of engagement doesn't do nothing for us. You just a parasite. So, with that said, go fuck yourself.
No mommy's wait.
You know what I mean? Let's get it. Got a couple of things to talk about today. I want to get into MMA promoter and a Riverside police officer or sheriff that has some supposed cartel connections. We'll see if they bought a nickel bag from a Mexican and called it a cartel connection. We'll see. We don't know just yet. Shout out Young Jizzle. Right, Young Jizzle? We don't need them. If they don't want to hit the like button, they don't want to subscribe, all they want to do is consume and eat like some fucking animals and shit. We don't need you here. Fuck you. You don't help us. You just a taker. You can't even do the free shit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Fuck them. But anyways, yeah, we're going to talk about them. They got connected with the cartel, and we're going to talk about the best thing that's happened to boxing in many years, all right? The best thing that's happened to boxing in many years is the connection between Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh and their new company, TKO Boxing. All right, for those that don't know, Dana's been trying to get into the boxing space for years. But those old, promoters and the old way of doing things have been getting in his way, and he said, why bother? I got a $1 billion industry in mixed
You never play me, nice try. Balling in a nice spot. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Hello, Mr. Nice Watch.
Anonymous sent $5 salutes Chi-Il my dude, Il Cartel members, and chat. I hope you have a blessed and grateful Thursday. Please like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free before my homie Thanos wastes himself working hard outworking John Henry. See no evil monkey.
Shout out Jonathan Pantoja, because we know this is not an anonymous dono right here. Salute Shia, my dude, Il Cartel members in chat. I hope you have a blessed and grateful Thursday. Please like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Before my Higa Thanos wastes himself working hard outworking John Henry. I be working hard like a motherfucker, man. Some people don't believe me. But, just got to ask around. So salutes to you, JP. Thank you for the power chat. Appreciate you. All right. Shout out my brother Oso on the check-in. Tell us how you really feel, Shy. Always will. Always have. Ask Oso. For real, show love and get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. I don't care if y'all bounce. If you've never hit the like button, if you just a hater, you just here to consume,
That just says who you are. I don't want your stink getting all over us. I mean, ghost watchers, facts. Fuck them. We don't need them. They can kick rocks. I don't have to kiss their ass. Fuck are they? Huh? Who the fuck are they? Shout out 298 Sosa for the $4.99 super chat. Definitely getting to the money and fucking with the day streams while I work. Salutes to you. I appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying them. Get that money.
Millions.
All right, get that money. Why doesn't this let me do this? This is some bullshit. Do it here. All right, let's do it over here. Boom. I throw my honeys up. No, it isn't. What you mean, man? Oh, shit. I deleted your shit? How did I delete your message? How is that even possible? It says message deleted by Shy Ill Reacts. Did I clap you or something? Hold on, man. I'm going to put you in a 10-second timeout just to redo that shit and see if your message comes back, because my bad, 298. I didn't mean to put you in the bathroom.
Put him in a fucking bedroom, man.
I just put you in for 10 seconds. Don't worry, you'll be back. I'm just trying to see, because it says message deleted by Shy Ill. I didn't do that. And if I did, I'm trying to undo that. Good morning, man. I hope everybody, kicking off their day. Shout out to the West Coast on the early, getting their day popping. This, what JP called it, a Friday Junior. Get your Friday Junior popping. I don't know what happened, man. Somehow this message was deleted. But I see it there, so I don't get it, bro. That's some YouTube fuckery for you. Let me see. I don't know how the fuck I did that. 298, make sure you check in the chat, though. So that I know you back. Salute. All right? A1 day one, facts. We gotta make sure 298 hasn't been banished.
Put him in a fucking bedroom, man.
He hasn't been banished at this moment. But again, thank you 298 for the $4.99 super chat. We appreciate you. Thank you, Jonathan, for the $5 power chat. We appreciate you. What else we're gonna talk about? Yes, the greatest thing that's happened to boxing in who knows how many years. The connection between Turkey Al-Sheikh and Dana White. All right, we're going to talk about that. All right, 298 is good. I don't know what the fuck happened to your message, 298. We'll figure that out. I see it on the screen. Like when I click it, boom. Oh, now it don't go. It says I deleted it, but I didn't delete shit. I don't know. And I'm trying to comment on it and I can't. So it says content you're trying to access was deleted. I don't get it. But salutes to you. I appreciate you. What else? I think that's it, man. Today we're going to do a quickie. We're going to be out of here in time for y'all to catch the premiere of former Kingpin reacts to Mayo's demands on Mexico and the idea that Mayo is not cooperating. So that'll be dropping today too. And that's it. We're going to hang out for a bit. Then we're going to go from there. Salutes to y'all. All right. Let's start with this MMA fighter. All right. The supposed king of Brocane in San Diego. No mommy's way.
No mommy's way.
Shout out Zachary. Zachary out there getting his money. I'm sure of it. Zachary said his mama wanted a favor the other day, and he charged that motherfucker $200. You know what I'm saying? He said, I ain't doing shit for free right now. All right? The economy is fucked. Boom. Shout out 298. It's free. All right? Let's get it. Boom. San Diego MMA promoter turned trafficker Rudy Silva, sentenced to 17 years, hired Mexican gunman to bust at his rival. All right, hit the like button, y'all. It's I don't know if they sent out the notification. I don't know what's going on. We got a small crowd today. Maybe they didn't like the content. Maybe they're a bunch of pole riders. that are looking for something specific. Well, fuck them. That's how I feel today. Rudy Silva claims via his Instagram and X accounts to be a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a father, computer nerd, and God's soldier. Miss me with the God shit. Everybody stop hiding behind God. I know he's huge, but he can't hide all you motherfuckers behind him. Stop it. Right? There was just a huge Method Man bust in Texas. He is the founder and owner of Vaquero Industry Boxing and the MMA and nightclub promotional company The Hurt Business. He also links several other businesses, including Ace High Stables, California Concierge, offering luxury Sprinter van rentals, and SD Exotic rental cars. He was also the self-described, see, whenever you self-describe yourself something, you a jerk off, right? So if you call yourself the king of this or that, you probably not that. Most likely you not that. Almost positively you not that. Just about fucking absolutely you're not that. Also described as the self-described king of broke. Because I can't say the word. So fuck it, he's broke today. He ain't got no monies. Well, that's probably accurate anyway, because he's popped off now. The king of Brocane of San Diego, according to his plea agreement and sentencing documents in San Diego federal court. Prosecutors describe him as a longtime San Diego-based rug distributor who worked directly with Mexican counterparts. Rodolfo Rudy Benjamin Silva, 44, trafficked Brocane, Method Man, and Fetty Wap, according to prosecutors. He was also suspected of arms trafficking to Mexico and hiring gunmen from across the border to shoot a rival trafficker in the U.S. Shout out Velez on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. His plea agreement, make sure we hit that like button, y'all. His plea agreement lists just one charge of conspiracy to distribute Brocane. He was sentenced to 210 months or more than 17 years in prison on Monday, just shy of the 20 years that prosecutors had requested. That's it. You start hiring hitmen, but he still got a decent amount of years for somebody that tried to push a button on somebody. Boom, boom, boom. This is the paperwork. This is just an image, though. Distribute more than 500 grams of a mixture substance containing a detectable amount of method. So that's it there. But it was a large bust of Method Man and Fetty Wap, which put a target onto Rudy in 2022. Specifically, he admitted to supplying a rug mule with 114 pounds of Method Man and a kilo of Fetty Wap in 2022, all of which was seized in Oklahoma City on its way to Indiana. Right? Don't meth with America. It's very methy in Indiana. Very, very methy. Very methy in Indiana. Look at him. He looks like he dyes his beard. I think he dyes his beard. He definitely dyes his beard. He's one of those. He's one of those guys. Right? Don't be mad if you're one of those guys. Be mad if you're one of those ghost watchers that don't hit the like button. Be mad about that. Be disappointed in yourself. Your family will be disappointed in you if they knew who you really were deep down inside. That's just what it is. Oklahoma drug bust. Oh, I said the word. A heavily redacted criminal complaint indicated that federal authorities identified Silva as a large-scale rug distributor during a wider long-term investigation they were conducting. So they were on another case. Prosecutors described him as a prolific local and national Method Man, Brocane, and Fetty Wap distributor since at least 2018 with direct ties to Mexican cartels. Right? It's him. I told you he dyes his beard. Look, beard black as fuck right here. Huh? Look, you looking like me over here, little man. As part of that investigation in October 2022, federal agents conducting surveillance watched as an alleged Indianapolis-based rug courier who drove to San Diego visited Silva's residence and picked up a large cardboard box. Days later, law enforcement authorities stopped the alleged courier in Oklahoma and found 114 pounds of Method Man and about 2.2 pounds of Fetty Wap in the courier's vehicle. Silva later admitted that he was the source of those rugs, prosecutors said. All right, arrest warrant. Rodolfo fucked up.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that.
Click that like button if you have yet to do so. Shout out Eddie Jimenez on the check-in. Salutes to y'all. Starting to look like a little usual suspects party in here. I missed it. Whatever JP threw up there. Salutes. 2023 arrest and plea agreement. According to court documents, Rudy was indicted in September 2023 and ultimately arrested on November 14, 2023 in an FBI raid. A few short weeks later, a plea agreement was entered in which he admitted to the cocaine trafficking charge and also to using violence to enforce his trafficking business. Lo cagaste, güey, lo cagó el gallo.
Yo vivo tranquila con los pelos. Cagó el gallo. Cállate, hipoputa.
JP says Shy's faculty is clapping 298. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm hating on his natural beard. No, I run with the natural beard, right? This is his natural beard, bruh. This is his natural beard, bruh. The fuck is this? Huh? Come on, man.
Si la cagó, mira, hizo.
Told you. I'm not hating it, you know. I'm the natural beard guy, bro. I only dye it for film and TV. Faculty's got, 298 clapped. For just for a little while. So boom, he used violence, man. That violence, I'm surprised it didn't get him another 5-10 years. San Diego Sicario shooting. Silva also admitted in his plea agreement to threatening, directing, or using violence as part of his drug trafficking activities. Prosecutors told the court that Silva assisted in bringing assassins known as Sicarios from Mexico into the San Diego area for cartel enforcement operations. I think I got a movie idea out of that. Hold on, let me write this shit down. Boom. Let's get it. Prosecutors told the court that Silva assisted in bringing assassins known as Sicarios from Mexico into San Diego area for cartel enforcement operations. Judge Major wrote that prosecutors had also argued that Silva otherwise assisted in facilitating similar enforcement operations in the United States and Mexico for cartels. And she wrote during his sentencing that prosecutors had presented evidence of Silva selling firearms to individuals in Mexico. On one occasion, Silva hired a Sicario from Mexico to come to San Diego, where that individual attempted to fatally shoot one of Silva's rivals, prosecutors said. On one occasion, Silva hired a Sicario, so he's numerous occasions he's pushing buttons on motherfuckers. Silva's rival said, few details about that shooting were included in publicly available court documents. But in early 2024, the judge denied Silva's request for pre-sentencing release, citing the shooting as one of the reasons. Judge Barbara Major wrote that, according to what prosecutors, Silva directed the shooting of another individual in the San Diego area who was associated with a stolen load of rugs and utilized a hitman from Mexico to make that attempt. That shooting took place in 2023. What was the other one? So this dude was just hiring button men to pull the plug on people. MMA gym and boxing promoter. For over a decade in the San Diego area, Rudy was involved in numerous promotional events, including industry boxing that hosted fights and events at places such as the Hard Rock Hotel, San Diego, and nightclubs in the area. Throwback posts on his Instagram show Rudy being involved in MMA fight promotions in San Diego and Mexico for several years when they were legal. Lo cagó el gallo. Child 298, JP and my 50 Cent boy. Why you say fuck me for? He got another B-Day coming up, JP. The mind is the first thing to go. That shit left in high school. That shit was gone. I lost that shit when I lost the homies. Throwback posts on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. In 2015, thieves targeted his SUV in front of a Best Buy during the busy Christmas shopping season. His backpack with his laptop, iPad, and other items were stolen. He had left his dog inside the SUV when the thief pried open the door to pop the lock. Don't leave your fucking door in the car, stupid. I mean, don't leave your door in the car. It's too early for this shit. God damn.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
You might be right, Shannon. It might be the first shit to go. And again, it might have gone a long time ago. Don't leave your fucking dog in the car. 45 minutes later, he realized the backpack was stolen. In a local news interview, he stated, "I feel violated." He putting bags on people's head, but he feels violated. Alright? Buddy's dropping dollars on motherfuckers, but he feels violated. He looked like one of them dorks that, you can't give a lame power. And I don't just mean political power or criminal power or street power. You can't give a lame power. A lame learns something like jujitsu or learns something like how to fight. A lame will use that shit to his advantage. You know what I'm saying? And abuse it. This guy just looks like a lame with an ego, and he dropping bags on people, but he feels violated because they took his laptop. Little bitch. There's anger and frustration, said Silva. It was relatively well lit. I felt safe and secure. So secure I left my dog inside, said Silva. Shut up, stupid. No mama's way.
No mommy's way.
In the news article, it cites him as a trainer and promoter for MMA fights who preaches mental toughness. A GoFundMe was set up to help him recoup the cost of some of the items. Meanwhile, he's pushing Method Man, Fetty Wap. He's pushing buttons on people, all kind of shit. He got all kind of shit going on. Everybody's a victim, bro, at their own point. These are the guys that physically manipulate people, snatch people, do all of these things to people, and then the moment they're popped off, I'm thirsty, I'm parched, I need water, I need food. This is inhumane treatment. Bro, you just starved somebody for 62 days. Fuck are we talking about? What fucking planet, what dimension do you live in where you think that this makes sense, what you saying right now? This gonna be me with mad channels right here? Damn, mad channels. A GoFundMe was set up to help him recoup the cost of some of the items which are listed on the page that had over $1,300 raised at the time it ended. All right. According to Rudy's Instagram, he trained at Victory MMA, a San Diego gym that includes amongst its owner notable influencer, podcaster, and former Navy SEAL Lieutenant Commander John Jocko Willink. Victory MMA and Fitness CrossFit was founded in 2007 and relocated to a smaller facility in the Claremont Mesa area last year following a fire at the Midway San Diego gym location. So wait, so Jocko Willink couldn't smell the cartel smut in the building? Huh? He couldn't find the guy dropping bags on people's heads in the building? Shout out Popeye the Stoner on the check-in. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming through. I hope y'all brain all there, not as loose as salutes. Alright. In 2017, Rudy announced via his Instagram that a business partnership was being worked on with Jocko. So Jocko, you didn't know he was pushing dope and putting bags on people? What the fuck is you talking about, Jocko? Thought you were a guy that knows things. A business partnership with Jocko was being worked on, who was coaching him in MMA at that time. Later, Post asks local businesses to partner with Victory MMA to share marketing lists, transfer memberships, and offer supplement products. It is not known what specific business or the level Rudy was involved in, as he is not listed on the company records at all. Promotional posts by Rudy Silva were made at the time on the Victory MMA website blog. Rudy also trained with Alliance MMA as far back as at least 2008 when he competed in a grappling tournament. This back when his beard was legit. It's a little dork in Caprice. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look, all his favorite guys. His favorite guys right here. A couple of Chomskys. According to court documents, it was since at least 2018 that Rudy had been involved in trafficking. In April of that year, he posted a painting featuring famous mugshot of El Chapo, Pablo Escobar, Al Capone, and shots from The Wolf of Wall Street and American Psycho. Yeah, you're a dork. Right? So this guy was playing dope dealer, cartel guy, button man with his Louis Vuitton fanny pack, chest bag. You know, I don't know. I don't get it. But that's he definitely painting that shit right there though. Alright? Turned trafficker. You 50 and shot salutes. 17 years for calling out hits and delivering sicarios from Mexico to the U.S. to pull hits. He most likely rolled on somebody. We just don't know all the details of the story. Let me see if there's any video attached to the story. My bad. I hit the wrong button. YouTube gonna clap me. Let's see. Video of dude. Rudy Silva. First of all, to be a small promoter, it's not an easy business. Shout out Borregazo on the check-in. Brain still present and accounted for. Salute. Nah, just fights. Not his fights, just fights he promoted. They don't got really no news on him. I wonder who he was dealing with. Or, now what do we think? Was he cartel connected? Huh? Was he bringing real sicarios? Was he connected to a real faction? Or did some guy in the, sell him a nickel bag in the park and he was convinced he's cartel from there? Who knows? Right? But stay out the game, man. Motherfuckers is out there to pop you. This dude's popped. 17 years? Sounds like he got off easy for hiring gunmen and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, stay out the fucking game, man. He might got off easy there, but who knows if he survived that 17 years. Dude start playing the game, shit ain't for him. Right? He wasn't built for that. Went straight to jail. Straight to jail. Exotic car rental business, gone. Stable business, gone. Concierge business, gone. Club and MMA promotion, gone because you tweaked. Fuck out of here. Shannon's guess is a yes. Right? He's done so. All right, so boom, that's our San Diego MMA promoter turned rug trafficker. Now let's turn to the the Riverside County Sheriff deputy, right? That Jay was talking about the other day. Wait. And JP, you're not the best listener either. I don't mean listener. Like, I mean listener like listener. Like, listen, I didn't say Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday are off. I said Monday night stream. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, noon stream. Friday night stream. You keep convoluting this all the way to Sunday. Now, Sunday, do you mean Saturday and Sunday I'll be editing and shit? If you mean that, then my apologies. But I'm not live streaming Saturday and Sunday. Here's the problem. I might live stream Saturday. Because it's the Alex Pereira fight versus Ankalev. So, I might have to do that. But we'll see. But I'm not live streaming until Sunday. And I'll be all right. I'm a little tired right now. But I'll be okay. I've done worse. Shout out Out of Power on the check-in. Ex-Riverside County deputy gets probation. These two stories, you know, you could hire a hitman, only get 17 years and sell some Fetty Wap. You could, you could smuggle 100 pounds of Fetty Wap, but first you just need to go to the police academy, become a sheriff's deputy, and then do it, and then you get off of probation. If you go the long route, you'll be all right. That's sarcasm. Don't nobody go run with that. You know what I mean? Don't go running with that. I'm not going till Sunday, JP. You wildin'. I need some sleep already. In San Jose, there was a police union executive that was arrested for the importation and distribution of Fetty and pills. She only got 3 years probation. So that's the loophole, man. You want to make some money, you be the police first. Then you go pull the trafficking moves, right? And then from there, boom. You do a couple years, you come home to a bag of money that you stashed somewhere. Right. Ex-Riverside County deputy gets probation for smuggling 100 pounds of Fetty Wap. Rocha, hold on. Here's another Rocha. Stop it. We gotta get these fucking roaches out of here, bro. It's too many roaches. They wilding the fuck out. They are wilding the fuck out. Too many roaches, man. I think I'm pretty good. So far being into this experiment of everyday streams, weekday streams. Rocha accused of being Mexican cartel middleman. No evidence he brought rugs into jails. Corrections and clarifications. A former Riverside County Sheriff's deputy has pleaded guilty to transporting over 100 pounds of Fetty Wap and been sentenced to probation. Jorge Alberto Osegura Rocha, we got to stop this four-name shit. We have to simplify life. We have to go back to, like, you know what I'm saying? First name, last name. You know what I mean? If we could get a nickname and neither nor, then I'll take that shit too. But we got to stop this four-name shit. 26 years old, was accused of smuggling Fetty Wap as a middleman for a Mexican cartel. Authorities said there was no jurisdiction. There was no indication he brought rugs into any of the county jails where smuggling and resulting overdoing it terminations by inmates are ongoing problems. 26 years old, buddy's young. Rocha, a Banning resident, pleaded guilty last week to transportation of controlled substances and possession of controlled substances for sale. The plea was made directly to a judge over a prosecutor's objection. We did object on the record in open court to the defendant making a plea to the court, based on the defendant taking advantage of a position of public trust, said John Hall, a spokesperson for the Riverside County District Attorney's Office. Riverside County Superior Court Judge David Gunn dismissed sentence-enhancing allegations of perpetrating a rug-related offense while armed and imposed a 4-year term of incarceration, which could have been served in county jail because the offenses were categorized as non-violent. However, after factoring state credits intended to reduce overcrowding, of course, in correctional facilities and adding the time Rocha had already spent behind bars awaiting disposition of his case, the defendant's sentence was stayed, and he was released from the Bird Detention Center in Murrieta on Thursday, January 30th. He is now on mandatory supervision for 16 months. But he got probation. He got probation, right? Go to the police academy first. Go to the police academy first, then start pushing the work. Rocha resigned his position as a correctional deputy with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department immediately after he was arrested in September 2023. Investigators say he was driving in the area of Interstate 10 and County Line Road in Calamasa when he was stopped by law enforcement in the pre-dawn hours of September 17, 2023. Let me tell you something. There's no hypocrisy bigger than politicians and police. I'll tell you that. That's the real deal truth right there. No bigger hypocritical shit than that. Period. You know what I mean? Rocha had been one of more than a dozen people under surveillance as part of Operation Hotline Bling, a joint federal local law enforcement crackdown on the Sinaloa rug trafficking network based in Mexico. If we wouldn't have get clapped in 15 seconds, I know JP would have picked up on that cue right there and dropped the Drake joint. You know what I mean? After a canine alerted to the presence of narcotics within the vehicle, a search was conducted. Sheriff's Captain Rob Raghavine said at the time located in the vehicle was 104 pounds of packaged Fetty Wap pills, M30s. Also located in the vehicle was a loaded handgun. Rocha was taken into custody without incident. Raghavine didn't say how long investigators had been monitoring Rocha or what evidence prompted them to look into his narcotics dealing for the Sinaloa cartel. At least with this guy, they gave him they put out there who he was working for. They didn't say how long investigators had been monitoring Rocha or whatever evidence prompted them to look into his narcotics dealings for the Sinaloa cartel, which the captain said did not include smuggling narcotics into the Riverside County jail system. So they say he didn't take that shit into the system, into work. You know what I mean? He didn't take that shit to work. What's cool? I'm lost. You should do a story about Stephanie Levins, the realtor, put her on blast to talk about her and her husband. Don't know nothing about it. I'll look into it. It's not the same without Zoraida. It's Lucy Zoraida. Maybe she's listening. She couldn't find her AirPods last I heard. Earpods last I heard. Yo, JP, you be holding me to every word, and I don't be knowing. You gotta bring. I'm gonna start making you bring timestamps. Shy, day one of the live in the intro, you had said we were going live every day, but treading lightly. I humbly and wholeheartedly apologize. I retract my statement, bruh. I clarified then too. Not Saturday and Sunday. I have to edit at some point. Not Saturday and Sunday. So, before you come talking that shit in the chat, treading lightly in the bathroom.
Put him in a fucking bathroom.
Go back and listen. But even if I didn't say it right, I'm saying it now. It was never going to be 7 days. That was never the deal. Okay? Please. I have to be extremely careful what I say around you. Double time. Right? You be trying to hold me to some shit that never happened. Very sneaky of you, okay? No mama's way.
No mama's way.
Mono con los ojos tapados.
All right. The Sheriff's Department previously said in a court affidavit that investigators intercepted Oseguera Rocha's phone calls and learned he was planning to travel to an identified narcotic stash location in Victorville. Operation Hotline Bling resulted in charges against 15 people throughout the region, including the defendant. He was hired by the department in April 2019 and had been assigned to the Smith Correctional Facility in Banning. Right, so this guy got probation. And what did he have? 104 pounds. That's crazy. 104 pounds. Also said that's cool. What's cool, bro? You lost me. You should do a story. Snicker season. Zorada Papa should be on replay gang. Checking everybody for not hitting the like button and tuning in. Should be on some soldier shit. Get it. Why? Because this is Sparta, motherfucker. This is Sparta, motherfucker. So, yeah. MMA guy, 17 years for trying to push buttons on people. Ex-Riverside County deputy, probation for smuggling 100 pounds of Fetty Wap. Probation. Let that sink in. All right, the hypocrisy is real. So, sarcastically, if you want to sell dope, join the police academy first, and you'll be all right. All right? Then you will be all right. All right, 100's up in the chat for y'all. JP trying to get me to go 7 days. My bad, it's the wrong one. Some days he want me to go double. God damn, bruh. It's called fair, but that's why I'm changing the game as far as the bar being open. I gotta set my own rules, man. Y'all ain't gonna like them. Not gonna like them. Not even a little bit. I'm okay with that. Salutes, love y'all. Right? Hundreds up in the chat. Bow. Right? What else did I want to look at? I'm thinking of doing a members only to cover the conversation Jay had with Rocco over at Borderland. I mean, not Borderland Beat. Borderland from the Ironclad channel. Probably go over that. Sleep is overrated, Shy. I've been knowing that forever. That's why I got a body of work, because I don't sleep. All right, what else we got here? A couple people arrested. What do we got here? The active Mexican cartels. There's a map here, but that seems like a lot of in the weeds. Let's see. A lot of lists and shit. But this is probably all its own stream one day. Maybe I could do this with Jay or somebody in the know. And we can go check this out. A map with all the different active Mexican cartels. And motherfucker could point out this, that, and the other. Where, when, and how. And shit is infested. Alright, motherfucker, you want to live in here somewhere with an escape route. Right out here. Snicker season gets I'm headed to the police academy. Now, don't forget, don't miss the part in the middle where you gotta do some time. Right? So it's police academy, do the deed, make that money, go to jail. Straight to jail. Right? Don't forget. Don't get it all fucking twisted and fucked up. Alright? Let's see what else we got here. What else I can find? The king of coke. Get the fuck out of here. Chito. Let me see. So the biggest news just happened for boxing. Do y'all know what that is? The biggest news is that the Turkey and Dana White have joined forces, right? The Turkey and Dana White have joined forces. For those that don't know who Dana White is, say what you want about who he is as a human being and his politics or whatever. But he's one of the greatest promoters in the history of any combat sports, in the history of the circus, amusement parks, whatever. Barnum and Bailey, whatever. Dana White. Dana White took the UFC from a struggling $2 million purchase to a $42 million debt to a multi-billion dollar corporation publicly traded. Right? Created a system, to me, a system that in many ways works better than boxing system that boxing has been using for many, many years, right? And boxing was very hard to get in boxing it was very hard to get the best to fight the best, right? Either promotional companies didn't want to do business with each other, or fighters wanted safe fights, or promoters wanted to protect their fighters, or whatever. For whatever reason, most of the time shit like that would it wouldn't happen. It'd be very rare. Fights would happen very out of their prime. Was never like that in mixed martial arts. Not since Dana White and the Fertitta brothers bought it from SCG. They bought it for $2 million. They invested $40 million. They was getting ready to throw it away for $4 million and lose money. And then they took a risk and they made a reality TV show called The Ultimate Fighter. And that show had a finale that took the viewership from 1 million to 10 million just over people calling each other on the phone to tell each other that these two guys is destroying each other. That was Forrest Griffin versus Stephen Bonner. Rest in peace, Stephen Bonner. And that saved their company, right? That definitely saved their company. Then he took it on from there, blew it up, and got it to the point where it was $1 billion corporation. Now, people give him a bad rap for certain things. And people that are involved in boxing think they know what the fuck they're talking about and think that boxers are doing much better than MMA fighters, and they're wrong. I mean monetarily. Salutes to 298. My brother. It's definitely a dope move, but Dana ain't gonna come into boxing thinking he gonna pay peanuts and make them fight the hardest fights like he does in the UFC. Take the peanut part out of there. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. First, let's get the announcement, but take the peanuts part out of there, because boxers at the top make a lot of money, bro. The boxers at the bottom don't make shit. MMA fighters at the bottom are making more now than they did before. And probably more than a big percentage of these boxers. We pretend that Dana is a person. Don't get it fucked up. Dana is not perfect. But we pretend that he's oppressive to the fighters, and boxing is just throwing money in boxers' faces. That ain't how it is. Bob Arum hate letting go of $1. Fuck are we talking about? I mean? But we're going to get to all of those parts right there. We're going to get to those parts right there. And make them fight the hardest fights, because that's what you're going to see. Now you're going to see motherfuckers fight the hardest fight. Now you're going to see motherfuckers fight the guy that makes sense to fight next. Not business-wise, not monetarily-wise, no, fight-wise. You're going to fight the toughest guy. No protection. You're just out there. That's what you're going to see. That's what you're going to see. Are they going to get paid better? Yeah. Over time, yeah. I saw MMA fighters get paid better. Mighty Mouse was a champion and still working. It wasn't until his second or third defense that he left his job at Home Depot. Known as one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in history. Right? But that's what's going to happen. You're going to see the best fight the best now. You're going to see a fight league with one belt. They're going to basically take... And guess what? And MMA fans, we watch the whole card. Why? Because the whole card will be good. Sometimes the early fights are better than the main event. Happens. That's what boxing is going to be like again. We're going to get some good shit now. Right? It took two unlikely co-conspirators. The turkey on camera shit. Hey. Turkey be showing out. Turkey be like, I need an honorary belt. Let me get an honorary belt. Anybody got an honorary belt? We need some pomp and circumstance up here, all right? So This is the best shit that's happened for boxing in a long time. Their stable is already thick as hell. The first fight that's going to be under their promotion, from what I understand, is the Canelo versus Bud fight. So this is a great thing for boxing, man. Let's see what they're talking about right here on this. ESPN's probably going to clap me, so let me get an image up here of Dana White and the turkey. But they're gonna get paid. Vince over Dana and promoting. Nah. I can't do it. I don't think I could do it. I think Vince was a great promoter. Dana thinks Vince was a great promoter. Dana will tell you that that's his muse. That his muse is fucking, that his muse is Vince McMahon. But I think I'm going to put Dana up because, well, give me time to think about that one. It's a good one. I mean, it's not. It's just normal. I mean, those are the guys. Big shit. We've been blessed. I got to see a sport like MMA grow. I got to see hip hop, come about. Like, all right. Brock said so after working with both. Yeah, but what do I give a fuck what Brock says? We talking about my opinion. I don't give a fuck about Brock. No, hold on, let me get this image. Save it. Let me just put it up here and move this here. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Turkey, I'll shake his. Yeah.
Oh shit, can't listen to it that fast.
Congratulations on the announcement of the boxing promotion with the fine folks at TKO. I assume there was a lot of people that wanted to do boxing business with you. Why did it end up being the group of TKO, both UFC, WWE, Dana, Nick, Ari, Mark? Why did that become the relationship that you chose for your boxing entity?
First of all, because they are the top in this field. Second, we have a great long relationship between us and TKO for long times and a lot of success profiles similar to WWE and a lot of things else. They are the perfect. We share the same vision, and we think we can reach our goals together.
Okay, so Turkey.
So let's talk about it real quick. Shout out HG. Good morning, afternoon, everyone. We are on early today. Yeah, I'm doing noon shows in the middle of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, noon shows. We're testing that out. See how that works. For those that don't know, again, boxing suffered the promotion system where there was all these different promotions, and trying to get these fighters together was a nightmare. And the Saudis come in with money. Now, the Saudis have always had their hands in the fight game. All right, just not out loud. They've never had to have their name on the billboard and shit like that. You know what I mean? For instance, the UFC when they were a private company under the Fertittas and Dana White, it was the Fertittas owned the UFC. Dana had 9%, right? And Dana broke off 1% to, I forget the name of the company, but it's the Sheikh in Abu Dhabi, and he had a part of the UFC for many years. Dana went on to sell the company and get paid out, and then remain a 9% owner in the company, and now the face and president of the company going forward. Turki Al-Sheikh came in with the Saudi money and got money to play with and enjoys the fight game, and he's just a kid having a good time with a new toy, boy. He's out here getting it done. He's trying to sign all the fighters. He's controversial. He's more of a WWE type character. He thinks that, He could talk shit on the mic to fighters and all that shit. You know what I mean? Right? Dana, the hard-nosed promoter, who will either fight for his fighter or fight against his fighter, whichever one works for him. Dana always wanted to get his foothold in the boxing game. Those old fogies didn't want him there because they knew that what he would do. He would make their 50 different belts irrelevant. When it comes to mixed martial arts, there is no question who is the number one heavyweight in the world, who is the number one light heavyweight in the world, who is the number one middleweight in the world, so forth and so on, all the way down to the atom weights or whatever, right? We know who's number one. Not that he's the WBO, he's the WBL, he's the IBA, he's the IPA, he's the WWE, he's the fucking NWA. Come on, what are we doing here? Right? You know the dude in the UFC is the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Why? Because it's the biggest fight company in the world, and if there was a badder motherfucker, he would have made his way there already. So now, you take these two guys together, two guys that know how to play with big money, they know how to play with other people's money. Dana and the Sheik, you put them two together, those old fogey promoters can't keep them out. And they got the power of Hollywood behind them, you know, because of the company that owns them. TKO owns the WWE and owns the UFC. So this is a beautiful thing for boxing. It's a new day, man. New day.
Obviously, I feel the same way. I work for the WWE. We have massive respect for the UFC and everything that Dana has accomplished, and obviously Ari and Mark. So I agree with everything you're saying there. Can you tell me a little bit more about the vision of having sports maybe be the bridge for Saudi Arabia and the rest of the world? And why is this the time that it is kind of happening, you think?
First of all, this is like a private business between us and TKO. Our citizen in our country, more than 70% of it is young people. We have a big vision from our leader, God bless him, the Crown Prince, the vision of 2030. One of the section of this vision is the sport. We have a lot of big things. We have the World Cup. You have the World Cup in 26. We have it in 34. We have a lot of things. We have the Expo. We have a lot of big projects. For that, the sport is very important for us. We have now WWE around 10 years now. I have here in the room with me my brother Nick Khan. Come on, guys.
And baby Nick. Congrats, Nick. Super genius, by the way. Super genius, Nick Khan. Absolutely right guy to make the decision. You look thin too, Nick. You look good right there. All the photos.
Listen,
yeah, you look good.
I haven't eaten in 6 weeks.
Smart.
It helps.
Yeah, smart. Good to see you, Nick. Congrats on that. But you talk about your relationship with the WWE, Turkey, and I get a chance to chat. Dana, congratulations. Honestly,
good morning.
We know you.
Thank you.
We know you started in boxing, love boxing, and you've been disappointed with the state of boxing. Feels like over the last few years since we've gotten a chance to chat with you. What is the conversation like with what you're going to do? I saw you on First Take talk about the best. You're going to fight the best. We're not going to have all these titles. How do you go about doing that? Are you finding young fighters? Are you getting known fighters? What is the plan to kind of fill your roster?
Here's my thought. My thought is shit. This isn't him building mixed martial arts and getting it, you know, on TV and getting it on pay-per-view and stuff. He already got a roster. Every fighter whose contract is about to come up. You know what I'm saying? Every boxer whose fight is about to come. Look at what the Sheik did. Sheik went after Canelo, he finally got him. You know? Everybody else is gonna move. If they see money, if they see production, you know, it's a good look.
Yeah, there's a lot of young talent out there, up and coming talent that people don't know about. And we're going to stack cards that start from the first fight of the night to the main event that are packed with good fights. You're going to see a lot of guys who are, you know, undefeated fighting each other to work their way up to win the world title.
And there it is, man. Forget about the days of boxing worried about the record. Now the best gonna have to fight the best, man. Best gonna have to fight the best. That's just it. Now, could it fail miserably? Quite possible. Boxing is a very old establishment, but it ain't looking like it. Look at that picture that they took that Javante was talking about. A picture with all those fighters in it and shit. They got everybody over there. Even if they're not there to fight, they're there to promote. They're there in interest, even old fighters, you know?
And, you know, my big beef with boxing has always been nobody has ever invested back into the sport. You had all these promoters who take, and never reinvest. Nobody in the history of the sport has invested more money in boxing in such a short amount of time than Turkey has. He's very passionate about the sport. And literally none of this could have been done without a guy like this coming into it.
Okay, so let's talk about it because we've watched the fights. Tyson.
That's what I told y'all. They didn't let... Dana has tried this before. Dana does not like failing. All right? He's tried this before. And the old fogies try to keep him out of the boxing game and make things difficult for him. And he just got frustrated. He said, man, fuck this shit. Turkey came and he started kicking in doors and dancing and getting honorary belts and putting fights together that people want to see. And Dana said, okay, that's... Because I remember when I first saw Turkey Al Sheikh, I said to myself, either him and Dana are going to have a good relationship or they're going to hate each other. And it worked out like this. All right, salutes IB on the check-in.
Fury's had a few. There's been some other marquee fights that have happened over there in Saudi Arabia. Obviously, we got big stages, the big arena sellout. We are all watching from long. How many fights a year are you guys expecting to put on? And will they all be in? How is that? How will it all work out with kind of the...
That's it, Borregazo, you said it. No more cherry picking. It's a wrap for the cherry picking. We're going to find out who's the guy. One belt, each division. Oh, you got a WBO or WBL? All right, well, you're going to have to come over here, bro. Fight this killer.
The logistics of this particular promotion, Dana?
Yeah, now that we've got the deal done, what we do now is to start to build the infrastructure. We got to build a team. Then we got to go out and get a rights deal. Once we get a rights deal, we can literally, I mean, whoever we end up doing a deal with, we can, structure this thing to whatever the network needs. We can put on as many fights as they want. And you start, when we started the UFC, they had like 12 contracts and everybody started to fight each other. You get the best available in the world. They work their way up. We're going to have Olympians. We're going to have guys that are already undefeated out there and have established records. Plus, Turkey has a lot of commitments for some of the big fights with some of the guys that are out there,
and
right?
There it is. Turkey already got the contracts. That's my point. He already got the contracts. They already got a stable that could put on mega fights tomorrow.
Now, so there's a lot of fun, exciting fights to make out there. And you know how I run shows. The live event will all change. It will be much better than anything you've ever seen before. You won't have one fight and then a podcast happens and then another fight happens 45 minutes later.
Listen, that's been my complaint. What am I always complaining about when we walk by? Oh, I hope they don't sing the national anthem for every country in attendance. Oh, I hope they don't do this. I hope they don't do that. Dana's production is keyed in. They've locked it in. They've been doing it for over 20 years. They've locked it in. They know what they're doing. Boom, fight. Good fights. Boom, 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 boom. Keep it moving. You know? This is all good. All of that Turkey standing in the ring, getting belts handed to him for 30 minutes, dead. Watch that shit go away.
See 4 fights in 6 hours.
Yeah.
All of that stuff is going to change when we start running the show.
The in-arena show is obviously going to be something that's special, especially with WWE even being a part of it. I mean, UFC and WWE being a part of the production is going to make that a must-be-at event in Turkey. So now you have golf, you have you had boxing matches, you had soccer, you had fighting. Why was boxing the next one that you wanted to focus in on? Why was this the next play, you think, for you and for Saudi Arabia? Just love of sport?
Yes, of course. And with the support of my boss, the Crown Prince, God bless him, he's like to support anything for the young generation. We discovered a chance in the boxing. I like boxing. He gave me the
his boy, the Prince, boy, he was like, "Hey, throw me the money, man. We could play with this money, man. We have the best fighters in the world over here every weekend."
files, and he support me a lot. And then with the right people, I think we will success. Dana, behind Dana, very big experience. He have the machine of the TKO, and he's bulldozer. He will go and clean the way, and we behind him. I give him yesterday the flag and the headache in the same times, and I said to him, "Come on, clean the field."
That's it. He said it. Dana's a bulldozer. He's gonna give Dana the tool he needs to get in there and change boxing, change the way it's promoted, change the way it's watched.
The bulldozer, Dana White. What a nickname.
And I don't think it's bad for the fighters money-wise either. Now, has the UFC done foul shit? Yes. So back in the day, UFC fighters used to be able to wear promotions on their uniform or on their shorts. They were able to get extra checks from people for promoting a product on their shorts. Rampage Jackson got a deal with Reebok one day. UFC told him, "You can't have a Reebok deal." He was like, "Why? Everybody get to do what they want." Dana said no. They went and took the Reebok deal and made it for the whole company, took away everybody's opportunity to get promotion on their shorts, gave them a little peanut-ass check for the uniforms, and but grew the sport in other ways. Guys down at the bottom of the card are making a little bit better money per fight than some of these boxers. It's the guys at the top that are making the 10 million, the 50 million, the 100 million.
I can't wait for that. Now, speaking of Dana, making these fights, finding these fighters, Tone has a question for you.
Yeah, Dana, do you foresee any of your UFC guys wanting to get in the boxing ring now with this relationship? And
here's the difference now. They always all the MMA guys used to say, "I'll go to boxing because of the money." You know what I'm saying? For the money. And a lot of it is they want to prove their boxing skills. Why? Because boxers say that they can't throw hands. Some can, some can't. I think if you came up fighting MMA, I think it's a hard sell to be really good at boxing because everything about your style differs from a boxer. Which is a reason you could win. The problem is MMA fighters try to box fighters the way a boxer would box instead of striking with them the way an MMA fighter would strike. That's where they fuck up. The stance is different. People say, "Oh, they can't throw a punch." They can. They just throw a punch from a different angle than a boxer. Why? Because they're worried about getting their legs taken from under them. Boxers don't have to worry about that. So there will be fighters that want to prove themselves in the boxing arena, but it ain't going to be just, "Oh, I'm going to go for the big money fight." Now you're under the same roof with Uncle Dana again. You ain't getting away from that. So if you really want to box, you're going to box because you want to box.
in the future, will you guys have any events where there will be an octagon next to a boxing ring and we can see this all come together?
That's happened before. We've seen kickboxing in one ring and MMA in another cage on the same floor.
Ooh. When it came time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website. And
no, never. I'm sure there are guys that want to
hell no
box, but I literally don't. No, never. I'm sure there are guys that want to box, but I literally don't want to see any of that. We'll keep the boxers in the boxing and the MMA guys in the MMA, but we'll never have that. Listen, when you go to see a boxing match, Turkey has put on some of the best fights that couldn't be made in the last 30 years, in the short time that he's been in the sport. And when you ask him about, why get into boxing, I mean, this guy is incredibly passionate about the sport. Much like when me and the Fertittas got involved in the UFC, this is exactly what boxing needed. A guy like this to come in, bring it all together, make the big fights happen. And now, like he said at the beginning of this call, we are aligned in how we feel this needs to be built from the ground up and we're just going to restructure the entire sport of boxing.
Yeah, and it'll be great for the sport of boxing to be all the way back. You know, I know you have your feelings, and obviously you've stated them there about the influencer and celebrity boxing matches, but Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather fighting different people, that was bringing a lot of attention to the sport. I think now, if you're able to showcase the greats of the sport, I think you're in a good time to hook them. Don't you think, Dana, to get the sport all the way back?
Well, those fights are always going to exist. They're always going to happen. Whenever you get, you know, a couple of famous guys that want to fight each other that don't necessarily box, that's always going to be there. What we care about is finding the young, up-and-coming talent and building these fights up to find out who the best is in each weight class. And there won't be 6 different champions in each weight class. There will be one. You will know who the best heavyweight is, who the best light heavyweight is, who the best, you know what I mean? And you can literally start.
That, to me, that's a big deal for boxing, man. That makes me enjoy what's coming for the promotion.
Calling up, if you start asking people, you know, fans of the sport, who's the champion at this weight? Who's the champion this weight? People will actually know.
Okay, now, boxing is next. Go ahead, Turkey. Go ahead.
If you excuse me, also we care about you, the young generation. When I came to the boxing, I have a lot of studies. The average of the fans now became 40 plus. The reason no one want to take the risk in the big fights. As Dana said, long event, different platform to see the event, no big fights. For that, the young generation doesn't care. Now we are focusing a lot in the same times, also with UFC. In the same times, we want video games, we want animation, we want movies, we want a lot of things, merchandise. This is a lot of things will happen. And with the relationship with TKO, they have the experience and the relationship with this man built franchise from scratch. We will success. And I want to tell you a secret, if he allowed me, ask him which the first event fight he will have in September. Ask him if you want to answer.
You put him on the spot, boy. He said, tell us what's the first situation. Shout out Velez. I don't think UFC fighters are gonna want to work their way up boxing. What does that mean, though, work their way up boxing? You're thinking about it in the way that it's usually been. Fuck all the work the way up boxing shit. Everything's under one roof now. You know what I'm saying? No work their way up shit. Go test yourself. You get knocked the fuck out, you got knocked the fuck out. Now, I agree. Dana doesn't want UFC fighters boxing these boxers, right? But it's the same way. Those boxers ain't going to want to get in the cage. More MMA fighters want to get in the ring than boxers want to get in the cage. That's just a fact.
Hey, Dana, I have a question for you. Birdie just dropped in my ear the first event that's happening in September. I didn't know if you knew anything about that or anything going on.
Well, these are things that we want to pump the brakes on and announce these things when you do it right. My friend Turkey gets too excited and wants to go out
and that's the difference. These guys are fight fans. You know what I'm saying? In Turkey's case, he's not like Bob Arum, who was a fight fan that's been in the game for 60 years or more. You know, he's a fight fan, been in the game for a while. He's still giddy about making the announcements. Dana's been in the game a long time, but he's still a fight fan. You got to be a fan of the shit. You got to love it for the shit to work out. And these two motherfuckers are giddy right now.
September, congratulations, boys! Yeah, congrats. We're happy for you. That is awesome. Well, go ahead, Dana.
We actually are getting together with him tomorrow. We're going to shoot some content, and when it's time to announce, we have a massive fight. Literally, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. A massive fight that only this guy could make happen. This man right here is the only guy that could make a fight like this happen. And
together, brother, together.
We will announce it when we're ready to, but this is the guy that has literally brought boxing back today.
I think Showbiz said that he thinks it's the Canelo Bud fight.
Is day one. We're making our announcement, and we're going to start building this this sport back up from ground zero.
That's awesome.
El Gallo Boricua versus Canelo should have been the first fight. No mama's way.
No mommy's way.
So, man, September 4th, the world's going to change, man.
Let's go.
September 5th, maybe. Maybe September 6th. Who knows what day
is it?
Yeah, September 20th.
Maybe September 12th.
Oh, okay, maybe. Maybe it sounds like maybe it's September 12th. The sport of boxing will change forever. Okay, I'm excited to watch what you guys do with boxing, but I think your investment into sport is a cool thing from our perspective. Because, whenever it started and it started getting loud, it became a political conversation. It became a lot of negative conversation. But, like, investing in sport and in athletes, it is like, it's very easy to see why the world is so much more similar than it is divided. We all love people competing. We all love sports. We all love athletes. We all love people earning what they've worked for and getting.
He said, Turkey's the only one that could have made these fights. How? With that Prince money. What? Millions. That money.
What they deserve. So we would like to know what's next after the boxing. Go ahead, Con Man.
Yeah, Turkey. Obviously, Pat mentioned all those other sports, and I think golf more than anything was benefited greatly from LIV. Are there any other kind of projects, any other sports you're interested in getting into? There was reports about basketball potentially, I believe, last month. Is there anything like that on the docket as well?
There is a lot of project. The responsible about it, the Prince Abdulaziz, the Minister of Sport, Abdulaziz bin Turkey in our country, and Mr. Iyad.
I don't give a fuck about golf.
With Dana, very big. Also, I am discussing with Dana very big things we want to do in the UFC in our country, and this power slap also. I like the power slap. He have a very big event in our country last month, and
I can't. That power slap. Dana be trying to convince us it's as big as the UFC. Like, relax. But that power slap is crazy. Them boys be concussing the shit out of each other, boy.
Ask him about the numbers. The arena was almost 8,000 and sold out in minutes, and the people in my country asked to have it again and again.
Turkey, can we talk about your country? Seems like your people are very excited for these events. Why do you think that there is a narrative that, this would never work with Saudi Arabia and the United States of America? Why do you think that is the case?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Why do you think people thought that this wouldn't work? Sports kind of bringing together two countries, maybe. Why do you think that is the case?
Our relationship together is more than 90 years old now. A lot of our citizens study here, go to hospital here, go to vacation here, and a lot of Americans have very big jobs in our country, and we have a lot of things together. Every project we go together in is success in any case, and with this time, with our brave leaders and the leaders of America, we have success, and we think we will have success more and more. And I don't want to miss. I want all the cities, small things. I want to invite you all in the 2nd of May in Times Square. Let's come and see the fight in Times Square for the first time.
Okay, I can't wait for that. I heard that you guys are renting out Times Square, putting on 3 fights, I believe. May 2nd is my birthday. Quite a celebration. Nice little birthday party out there in Times Square.
Shout out Velez. Them Saudis trying to pour money into everything for the oil wells dried up. Trying to make investments? Huh? Time to diversify our portfolio? Sheik, Turkey Al Sheik been out there diversifying like a motherfucker.
Where can't wait to watch this all continue to get started. And then obviously we've learned through this conversation, potentially maybe September. And then obviously
that's a crazy card. That is a Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez versus Arnold Barbosa.
Through this conversation, potentially maybe September 12th, maybe a boxing promotion changes the sport of boxing forever. Is there a Canelo potential? Is there a Canelo conversation around September? I hope so. Is there a?
I think that when you talk about, like I said, what this guy has done, everybody's
hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Salutes.
Name is in the mix. Every like I said, what this guy has done. Everybody's name is in the mix.
That's it. Everybody's name is in the mix. I told y'all, he got the contracts. They don't have to build a roster. They got a roster.
Every big boxer on the planet is in the mix. And he literally walked Nick and I through some of his plans, because he's got stuff that he's committed to already different than what we're building together. And when you see the stuff first of all, the idea of renting out Times Square is one of the coolest things that I've ever seen
Hilarious.
in my life.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Damn, that didn't dawn on me, Popeye. Popeye Stoner says Saudi saying September 12th is wild. That shit didn't even dawn on me. No shit. That is fucked. Yo.
He has this whole AI model of how it's built out. It's incredible. It's one of the greatest promotions in the history of the world. And
he got what?
And he has this whole AI model of how it's built out. It's incredible. It's one of the greatest promotions in the history of the world. And the other things that he has planned out for the next couple of years are unbelievable, fascinating, fun, and something that people are definitely going to want to see.
It's awesome news. Canelo on September 12th. I can't wait to watch. I cannot wait. Turkey Al Sheik, Dana White, Nick, and I don't know if you could hear or not. Congrats to you, lads. Congrats to you guys. Can't wait to watch.
Thank you.
And thank you for the time. And Crown Prince, God bless him. That was awesome to hear you say. Is he involved in all these conversations, or how does that kind of work?
Yeah, I cannot do anything without his blessing. He's man of the details. He take care about everything, and he support about everything.
So he, AKA, I'm the motherfucking avatar for the prince.
And with his blessing and support, we will go far. There is small things also. I said to you, the Times Square in the 2nd of May, and there is small cards in the end of June in Alcatraz jail in San Francisco, and maybe me.
Dana just covered his face because dude wants to do fights in Alcatraz. He's doing one in Times Square.
And jail and small cards in the end.
He's just a dude with some money having fun. Hey, let's do a card in Times Square. Hey, let's do one in Alcatraz. Wildin'.
End of June in Alcatraz jail in San Francisco, and maybe me and
that's great.
Maybe me and Dana keep some promoter there.
Okay,
in the jail after the event.
Okay, all right. Let's go. Okay.
Maybe you get him with the timeout. Stop promoting shit.
All right, we appreciate it. That is awesome.
Baby Dana.
Hey, the Diaz brothers have swum. They've swam, haven't they? The Diaz brothers, I think, have actually swam.
Speaking of the Diaz brothers, Nick Diaz has actually swam from Alcatraz to the mainland, I believe, 4 or 5 times. Nick Diaz.
From Alcatraz to San Francisco, end of June. Can't wait. Hey,
but you know what, Pat? Think about this. Think about
that's hilarious.
Any of the sports all throughout history. This has to be the only sport that has generated trillions of dollars in revenue. And at the end of the day, there's nothing there. The sport is broken and fragmented. You can't make the fights that everybody wants to see. For the first time ever, the sport is actually being invested in. Everything's being pulled into one group, and it will actually be a functioning business in the next 5 years. Never been done before, ever.
Got the right people behind it. Can't wait to watch it all unfold. Congrats. What's the name of the promotion? Do you have a name yet?
Well, we're still working on that too. It's TKO right now. We're not sure if Turkey loves that yet or not, but we're working on it. All this stuff is being worked on.
Anything you do, I love. It is your call. You're the boss now.
That's it, because guess what? Dana says it. He says nobody's reinvested into boxing. It's a sport that's been around 100 years, and it's made all of this money, and there's no money there. Why? Because it's all broken apart into pieces, right? When Dana first got the UFC and they made a little bit of money, they acquired Pride Fighting Championship, which was the Japanese promotion at the time, which was bigger than the UFC. And when they bought it, they thought they were buying contracts and all this shit. Basically, all they bought was a video archive and the 3 letters. And the 3 letters were the key. UFC. They didn't sell you BJ Penn. They didn't sell you George St. Pierre. They didn't sell you Chuck Liddell. They didn't sell you Tito Ortiz, Ken Shamrock. None of them. They sold you UFC. That's why The Sheik is saying right there, whatever you say you like, I like. Because he knows that the marketing guy is Dana. And at the end of the day, if you want to turn the shit into a household name, then that's what it got to be. Forrest Gump type shit. What you talking about, bro? Salutes. All right? This is, to me, a good look for boxing. Looking forward to see the first card that they put together and how they make that shit work. That shit's going to be pretty gangster. Like, who was it that said it? Like Chucky said, like the Sugar Ray Duran days, only one can rule. Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, and Tommy Hearns. Somebody's O's got to go, or somebody's only one man can rule. All right, let's see what Ariel Helwani has to say about this, and then I want to move on to a story real quick before we get out of here. There's one more story I want to get into before we go. That frustrated me over the week that I kind of briefly spoke about yesterday. But let's see what Ariel Helwani has to say about this whole Turkey Dana powwow. Let's see how that works. Trying to get a decent picture of Ariel. Boom, boom. No, that ain't it. Wow. All right. Let's do that. Let's bring this over here.
We get the announcement. Start of the day, we get the announcement. We get the breaking news. Thank you very much. That we had been talking about, that we had been hinting, that we had been telling you was coming for quite some time. Shout out to the New York Times. They were the first ones to really put pen to paper and say, hey, this is coming. And what I'm talking about is TKO, which of course is the parent company of the UFC, of WWE, of PBR, On Location, IMG. They're getting into boxing. And when they announced TKO, when they announced this conglomerate, if you will, we all figured that boxing was the third pillar. It was going to be MMA, it was going to be pro wrestling, and it had to have boxing. And I've told you about...
Shout out JP. I feel like Vince better because he bought the WWE from his pops, went against his pops' wishes, and bought all the territories and set the foundation. Yeah, I agree in that sense, but there's other things that I feel like Dana did that he didn't do. But again, that's probably a great episode that we should probably do, JP. Thank you. All right? Dana versus Vince. I'll tell you what Dana didn't do yet. All right? He didn't shame himself out of his own company. Salutes.
Nick Khan, who is
No mommy's weak.
The CEO of WWE, about his background in boxing with the likes of Manny Pacquiao and Freddie Roach, HBO boxing with Lampley and Kellerman and Merchant, a huge boxing guy from Las Vegas. This seemed inevitable. And of course, Dana White has talked about his love of boxing and how boxing was his first entry into the world of combat sports. And he's been talking about Zuffa boxing for a long time. And things really started to accelerate when they started talking to Turki al-Sheikh of Saudi Arabia about joining forces to create a new boxing promotion, or as they're calling it, a boxing league. And so it kept getting closer and closer and closer. And last week, the chief operating officer of TKO, Mark Shapiro, told investors on a call that this was imminent, that there would be a $10 million investment from the Saudis to create this league, but it would be owned and operated by them. They would produce everything. They would head it up. They would run it. And it was happening, and it was not only going to happen.
Payrolled by the Saudis, boy. That's that money, man. Millions.
Happen as a league, but they would also put on 4 super fights. And we talked about this earlier in the week as well. And Pete C and the boys talked about it on Friday too. Well, today, this morning, we actually got the official announcement, and we got some sights and sounds as well. In case you missed it,
no, the slap was fucked up. Don't get it. I'm not condoning the slap, but you know, he made it through the slap. I don't know about that shot. That slap wasn't a good look. He made it through the slap. Wifey need to keep her fucking hands to herself too. But he made it through that. But Vince, and again, I need to see what really happened with Vince, because I'm seeing a lot of these lawsuits come up, and some of it sounds like regrets rather than other things. But yeah, the slap wasn't a good look. Definitely for Dana. He had to moonwalk and eat a lot of his fucking words on that shit, Why? Because he always used to kick fighters out if they would catch domestic violence cases, and then he was caught. For those that don't know, Dana and his wife were, I believe, on a boat, on a cruise or something, or a docked cruise or something, and she slapped him, and he slapped her back. And Dana's always been hard-nosed that even if your name came up in some DV story, he fired you. And they were on his ass after that happened, especially Ariel, because him and Ariel have a very contentious relationship over the years, although Dana did a lot early in Ariel's career to get him where he was. I was watching Ariel when he was with a battery-operated microphone, arguing with Bloodstained Lane about, this or that, at these events. But even he was like, yo, y'all need to take Dana to task, because, he's fired people for this. Shout out JP, hence I refuse to use his last name or Brock's last name. Mono con los ojos tapados. Vince was a show pony. He wanted to be the face and the best wrestler. He was like, look at me, look at me. That's like Dana trying to win a title. I don't think so. In the beginning of the WWE, for many years, for many people, they didn't know until till the later years that he was even the owner. People just thought he was an announcer and an interviewer, right? The regular people, the mark, right? For the most part, is he a micromanager behind the scenes and want to be the wrestler in the sense that he wants to control the product? If you listen to WWE, to the announcers that are sitting at the table, he's in their ear. Blah, 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 say this, what the fuck, blah, 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 all day long. This is what he did for 30, 40 years, right? Dana's a different kind of manager. Dana's behind the scenes. I get it. But once Vince realized that him being a character worked, he did what was best for the business. Blew out his quads doing it. So I ain't mad at him for that. But he did want to control everything, that's for sure. That shit was funny. He slapped the shit out of her. She slapped the shit out of him. She might have got a better one off on him. Let's get it.
This is how Dana White and Turkey announced the news.
What's up, guys? We have just done a deal to start a new boxing league with Turkey, who absolutely loves the sport of boxing.
I am very happy today. I give the flag of boxing to the best man who can handle it. He have a tough job now, but I am sure he will be delivering to the people and the fans the magnificent league and get boxing great again.
The model is proven to deliver the fights that the fans want to see. The best will fight the best, and the fighters will continue to move up the rankings and become world champions. We will continue to make announcements on where you can watch and all the rest of the details on the business as we get closer to the launch. I'll see you soon.
Okay, so gigantic news, and if you're wondering why we covered it, apparently the face of this new promotion is King Callum Walsh, because the video was littered with King Callum Walsh footage, but we don't want to get in trouble for showing said footage, so we had to cover it up. But,
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
This is someone that they've been backing, and there's, of course, going to be more fighters in the stable and more names attached. But important to remember King Callum Walsh. Now, we will get more on him. We'll talk more about him in a moment. Just a few other things to set the table. This is from a press release that came out at pretty much the same time. There was an interesting quote in here from the aforementioned Mark Shapiro, the president and COO of TKO. This is a strategic opportunity to reimagine the sport of boxing globally. TKO has the deep expertise, promotional prowess, and long-standing relationships. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and Sela share our passion and vision for evolving the current model. Together we can bring the sweet science back to its rightful place in the forefront of the sports ecosystem, the global sports ecosystem. Now, they also went through a bit of a bullet point situation as to what we can expect. I'll run through that, and then I'll get into why this is so massive. One, excuse me, a highly structured system to develop new talent from around the world, including athlete combines and academies, access for all boxers to the UFC Performance Institute, the world's leading combat sports performance center, research, rehabilitation, and nutrition center featuring locations in Las Vegas, Mexico City, and Shanghai. TKO's production, media, and promotional expertise to deliver both in-arena experiences and top-tier, state-of-the-art broadcasts to fans.
So the boxers got access to all the UFC Performance Institutes. For those that don't know, Performance Institutes are these giant gyms that the UFC built in different places to accommodate their fighters, get them nutrition and workout space and equipment and all that stuff. Hit the like button. Let's try to get 30 likes. Salutes.
Fans around the world. Now, they haven't announced.
Salutes Pure Art on the check-in.
Officially when it all kicks off. They haven't announced a media partner. They haven't announced any of those details or any fighters attached to it. But let me explain to you all why this is so gigantic. First of all, that $10 million number, that's just a number. That's nothing. You get a big time deal with a TV partner, it's obviously worth a lot more than that. We know that Turkey and Saudi Arabia have endless funds, the deepest of pockets. We have never seen funds in pockets and a willingness to invest in the sport of boxing and in combat sports in particular. We've never seen a figure like this come around. Witness the fact that they're putting on an event on May 2nd in Times Square. They're not even selling any tickets. They're not going to make any money off of this. Yeah, sure, there's the deal with the video game and whatnot, but come on.
Turkey just wilding the fuck out with the checkbook, man. He just running around. Think about that. They're not selling tickets. There's no gate for the Madison Square Garden show. That's fucking nuts. All right? That's nuts. Basically a promo run.
Putting on an event in Times Square, could you imagine what that costs? So forget about that $10 million number. This is a deal between Saudi Arabia aligning forces with TKO. They already do business with the UFC. They already do business with WWE as well to completely change boxing. Make no mistake about it. It officially gets announced today, Wednesday, March 5th. We'll see when it actually kicks off, when the first event is. Boxing as we know it is going to change. And this very, very powerful entity is going to change boxing as we know it. What do I mean by that? What do I mean when I say boxing as we know it is going to change?
I feel exactly how Ariel feels, man. This is a big deal.
Dana couldn't say it any clearer. People keep asking him about the model. They keep asking about, like, what is it going to look like?
It's going to look like the UFC, motherfuckers. That's what it's going to look like.
Well, first of all, it's going to look nothing like these other boxing promotions. They are not going to adhere to the old standards set in boxing. What do I mean by that? You know how, they were fighting for the WBA title on Saturday at Barclays? They ain't fighting for no WBA. They ain't fighting for no WBC. They ain't fighting for no IBF, WBO. None of that. They're going to create their own belt, their own rankings. They're not going to adhere to any of it. And they're essentially going to say, what are you going to do about it?
Fuck you.
What are you guys going to do about it? You're going to do nothing. And while we do that as well, we're also going to try to get rid of the Muhammad Ali Act, which came into play in 2000, which is supposed to...
That's kind of fucked up. I've been hearing about that. I just didn't realize it was for this. But they're trying to get rid of the Muhammad Ali Act. He'll probably talk about it right here, or exactly what it is. If not, we'll look it up.
To, kind of protect the boxers, protect their rights, protect the ranking system, protect... promotions from doing this. They're going to try to get rid of it as well. Now, even if they don't, it doesn't matter. No one, it's sort of in a much smaller way. It's sort of like these press conferences or these like mandatories that I keep talking about. And they say, well, this is how you always do it. This is how it's always been. And they're coming in and saying, to hell with that. Why? Why do we have to do it? So when Dana White tells Ring Magazine, which is, of course, owned by Turkey Al-Sheikh. I have the quote right over here. He was asked about it. And when he says things like, everyone knows the format, the best fight the best, you work your way up the rankings, and once somebody breaks into the top 5, there is no question about who the best 5 guys are in each weight class, they fight it out. And once somebody holds that belt, our belt, not the IBF's belt, not the WBC belt, not the WBA belt, WBO belt, our belt, whatever this is going to be called, TKO, probably not. That's probably the parent company. Whatever it will be called. Who the hell knows? Not Zuffa Boxing. That's not a thing anymore. Zuffa's not a thing anymore. But whatever it's going to be called, that's going to be the
those
belt.
that don't know, Zuffa was the parent. Well, not the parent company. It was the company. It was the parent company of the UFC, owned by the Fertitta brothers, Zuffa. And I believe their casinos were under there. Their station casinos were under Zuffa as well. Or I'm sorry, Zuffa was a branch of that portfolio of the casinos.
So they'll have, who knows how many divisions. Again, they didn't say, but there'll be a 140-pound TKO belt, a 147, a 154, a 160, a 168, a 175, and on it goes. Once somebody holds that belt, you don't need 3 letters in front of the belt. You see what I'm saying? Whoever has the belt is the best in the world in that weight class. It's a very simple model. Now, here's why it's going to start grassroots. You can get a King Callum Walsh. You could get a guy who's 5-0, 3-0, 2-0, 4-0, 6-0. You could get a guy to buy into that. A guy like Terrence Crawford, a guy like Canelo Alvarez, established guys like Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury or Daniel Dubois, their brain works with, I'm the heavyweight champion of the world, WBC, IBF. That's how their brain works. They're going to start grassroots, if you will. They'll start with the youngsters to reprogram how everyone thinks and to reprogram the brain to think that this is now the ultimate prize. This, for lack of a better term, the TKO belt is the ultimate prize. Forget about those antiquated, old-timer belts. This is now the ultimate prize. So I
think this is great for boxing. Might have to do a fight video and analyze which of those 2 legendary promoters are better promoters. At the end of the day, they're 2 great companies, thankfully, under the same family. Now they are under the same family. Again, two companies that were privately owned that are under the same umbrella right now. But no, that's a good video, Jonathan. Dana versus Vince. It's a good one.
It's going to take some time to... I'm not saying that they're coming in and all of a sudden, like, Matchroom, Queensberry, Golden Boy, Top Rank are just going to go poof, or WBC. They're not going to go poof, but they are going to attempt to reimagine, as they've said it themselves, revolutionize the way boxing is structured. And so that's why, and they're not just, a couple of jamokes off the street trying to do this. They are the strongest of power players. They have the influence, they have the backing, they have the funding.
They're definitely the superpowers in combat sports right now. They are Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man Savage, for real. WWE beat WCW, UFC beat Bellator. Beat everybody. See, the Bellator fight was late because before Bellator, Coker had was it Strike Force? Yeah, Strike Force. Before that, there was Pride. There was quite a bunch of, like you said, territorial wars, like Vince had. I mean, Dana will tell you today that he modeled his approach after Vince, buying out the competition and all that type of shit. Shout out Darkly Noon on the check-in. I appreciate you. Going back to the beginning, thank you very much. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Salutes.
To make this happen, to revolutionize it. Is it going to happen tomorrow? No. But this is what they are going to do. And the boxing establishment, I can guarantee you to a degree, is not going to love it. Now, there's a ton who are going to love it, obviously, if they already work for the entities.
And the PFL used to be World Series of Fighting.
Or if they're trying to remain in good standing, they'll be like, great. But I can tell you the old guard is going to be like, wait a second, this is not how it usually is. They're going to UFC-ify boxing.
Yes.
And
my girlfriend always wants us to pray before we eat so that we could show that we're thankful for things, which I agree.
That's gigantic.
That's gigantic.
People have talked about trying to do it. People have talked about wanting to do it. They're actually going to go ahead and do it. We'll see how it turns out. Now, remember what he said on that call last week, Mark Shapiro. In addition to that league, as they're calling it, we're also going to be doing super fights. 2 this year, 2 next year. Massive fights. Don't be surprised if the first one is Canelo versus Crawford. And don't be surprised if that first one is on a platform like Netflix. And don't be surprised with Top Rank leaving.
Stop. Netflix got to fucking stop. Netflix, you were a severe disappointment for the Tyson Jake Paul fight. That shit was, people didn't even bootleg it. People paid for the fucking Netflix service and they still couldn't watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Netflix got to step their infrastructure up. They weren't ready. They weren't ready.
This new league comes in and replaces Top Rank on ESPN. And don't be surprised when they re-sign with ESPN, which in some way, shape, or form, I think they will. A part of the deal is to bring in this league as well to be the boxing entity on ESPN. The guy who cut the deal for Top Rank to be on ESPN was Nick Khan. No one knows those people better than him. When I got to ESPN, everyone was like, "Oh, you're a Nick Khan guy? He's your agent?" He, for all intents and purposes, was the most powerful non-ESPN employee in the company, if you get what I'm saying. Represented them all. He could very easily cut this deal and say, "You want UFC? You gotta do a deal for this league." And by the way, ESPN would gladly do it. Why not? Why wouldn't you want the new shiny toy?
Yeah, give me more programming. Give me the slap shit. Give me the cage. Give me the boxing ring. Give me all of that shit. Let me get this WWE shit popping. Whatever works.
Out with the old, in with the new. And so don't be surprised if they replace Top Rank on ESPN. Don't be surprised if the super fights happen on an even bigger platform like Netflix. But now, remember what I told you all about the Canelo thing with Jake Paul. Remember when I said TKO is behind this as well? They don't want Jake Paul fighting Canelo. They don't want Canelo to fight Jake Paul and then fight their guy. No way. We'll give you a fight in Riyadh if that means leaving this deal, and you could go get that deal. That 3-fight deal will make it now a 4-fight deal. You fight William Skull, you win that belt, and now the Terrence Crawford fight is even bigger. And that may be the first entry. And so you do the super fights, you do the massive fights with the Crawfords and the Canelos of the world. You populate those cards with your TKO boxing guys, and then the TKO boxing guys go back and you put on X amount of events around the world. King Callum Walsh type guys who, let's be honest, aren't exactly highly regarded super prospects in the sport. They've hitched their wagon to him. He's done fine. I don't think he blew the doors off of the 3 Arena in terms of ticket sales and gate and all that stuff. But those types of talent, you build them up, and then eventually you get to the point where now you're creating your own stars. You're the best at production. The shows will be quicker. It will not feel like the old guard. The weigh-ins will feel very sort of contained and structured like the UFC weigh-ins. The press conference is the same. You have Dana White, who's arguably the best promoter of the past 20, 30 years, leading the charge. Like, all the pieces are there. All the pieces are there. You have Nick Khan, who has all the relationships with the networks. You have the endless funds of Turkey and company, Sela, who is the sort of like, the sports entity under this public investment fund in Saudi Arabia. It's all right there.
It's all right
there. Boxing as we know it is going to change. This is seismic. This is massive. This is mammoth. It is gigantic. And TKO just got a hell of a lot bigger and stronger. TKO, we all knew that they were coming to boxing. They're not just coming in alone. And what was interesting about that clip, Turkey says in the clip, he says, "I'm now handing it off to Dana White." I'm not sure how 1,000% accurate that is. Riyadh season's still a thing. The Ring Magazine event's still a thing. Remember, Ben Eubank is a Ring Magazine event. The May 2nd Times Square card is a Ring Magazine event. So those are still going to be a thing. He's not just like passing the baton now and moving along. But what he is doing is saying, we're in business with them. They're going to cut our deals. They're going to be the home of this, especially in the United States. Dana White on First Take earlier today was talking about this needs to be an established thing. This needs to be an established entity in the United States. They're going to get the deals with the massive media partners, and the money is going to roll in. And it's all going to be intertwined. And there's going to be TKO group takeovers in random cities all over America where it's, SmackDown on Friday and the UFC pay-per-view on Saturday and then an event on Sunday, or God knows what permutation. Who the hell knows? But they just got a hell of a lot more powerful in the combat sports world. And
it's a big deal for combat sports fans. Like expect more of what you love.
And they're not going to adhere. That's the big story. That's what I kept trying to allude to. They are not going to adhere to the old boxing rules and tropes. They're not. It's over.
It's over. It is over. It's a wrap, y'all. All right? They're going to bring boxing back to the good shit. All right? We're going to get back to those tournament style, Duran, Leonard, Hearns, Hagler situations, and I'm excited for it. Shout out Jonathan Pantoja said, anyone catch Cena Rock Travis go bad on Monday? I don't really watch wrestling much anymore. I do catch clips every now and then. Travis ain't had no business out there. They had no business. Sometimes they need Vince there backstage. Triple H doing his thing, but every now and then they need Vince in their earpiece, telling them, "Hey man, tell dude to shut the fuck up, stand over there, and tell him that when the Rock's music drops, the Rock comes out. He doesn't come out." I didn't get none of that shit, but I just saw the clip. Salutes. Yeah. So good news for boxing. Good news for combat sports. We're gonna keep our eye on it. It'll give me more stuff to talk about. This will end up going on the Head Kicks channel. So salutes to y'all. Honey's up in the chat for y'all. Hope everybody's having a good day at work, at home, on the road, wherever you at. Salutes. Tomorrow night we got the Friday Night Live. Boom. HBK, aka Luigi. Salutes. All right. One more thing I want to get into quickly. Again, we have a premiere at 2:30. It's a former Kingpin reacts to El Mayo not cooperating and making demands of Mexico to repatriate him and help him avoid the termination sentence. One more thing I wanted to cover before we get out of here. This is what I wanted. Let me find a news video of it. No, mom is pure art. No, you can't misspell it and then spell it right the second time. You done fucked up already. Let's see. Excuse me for clearing my throat all in the microphone and shit. I want a newscast of it. Give me 1 second. Because I wasn't going to get to this, but we're here now. Today's been a good day for fighting, and nice switch up from the cartel stuff. Monos con los ojos tapados. Don't shoot the Indian. What?
Mono con los ojos tapados.
Who's shooting the Indian? What happened? Jeez, is there no videos? Give me a video of it. Let's see. Let's go to the news. Yeah, we could do this. Dallas Fort Worth News. Boom. 2 men wanted for car wash unaliving of local rapper and his 5-year-old daughter. All right. Forest Hill Police gave an update on the investigation of a local rapper and his 5-year-old daughter who were fatally unalived at a North Texas car wash. Here we go. Let's take this one.
Help finding the 2 men. The Forest Hill Police are pleading for help finding the 2 men they say gunned down a local rapper and his young daughter. The accused killers, identified publicly today, remain on the run. Here's NBC5's Maria Guerrero with those.
JP, you want the English drop, man?
English, motherfucker, do you speak it? New developments.
The Forest Hill Chief of Police is urging the public to stop watching and sharing leaked surveillance video from Slappy's car wash of the shooting and instead share images and information of the 2 suspects he calls cowards on the run.
A memorial near its entrance, Slappy's car wash.
I'm going to add to that coward list. We're going to talk about it.
Remained closed following Monday morning's murder of a father and his little girl, identified by family as local rapper Ronnie Smith, known as Lil Ronnie, and daughter Ramani, who just turned 5 the day before. Forest Hill Police now publicly identifying their accused killers, hoping to track them down.
Let the public know that there is a threat out there. They are dangerous. They are armed.
Look at these 2 bitches. Adonis Robinson, born 2000, Russell Jacoby, or Jacoby Russell, born in 2003. Y'all a couple hoes.
And we
straight hoes.
Turned 5 the day.
Look at this. What this baby had to do with anything? Nothing. Her stupid father already paid his fucking ultimate price. Right? But she couldn't defend herself in this situation. She ain't had nothing to do with nothing. All she did was exist.
Day before. Forest Hill police now publicly identifying the Ronnie, who just turned 5 the day before.
Her birthday. The day after her birthday.
Ronnie and daughter Ramani, who just turned 5. As
Ronnie, you don't get no grace from me, bro. You don't get no grace from me. Fuck you. You know, if your soul has to suffer for what happened to your baby, then so be it.
Rapper Ronnie Smith, known as Lil Ronnie, and daughter Ramani, who just turned 5 the day before. Forest Hill police now publicly identifying their accused killers, hoping to track them down.
let the public know that there is a threat out there. They are dangerous, they are armed, and we need you to please call 911 and let our police officers respond and take appropriate action.
Police Chief David Hernandez and the city's mayor holding a press conference revealing the suspects are in their 20s and from Fort Worth. They're accused of approaching the victims near the vacuum stalls, opening fire, and driving away in a white Kia. The car, Hernandez will only say, has been found.
We have public enemy number 1, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number
Shout out Saul Soto for the subscription. Appreciate you.
2, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run. They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding.
Only say, has been found.
We have public enemy number 1, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender.
Ha!
Public enemy number 2.
Ha! Registered. Wow. An ex-offender. At 25 years old.
Has been found.
We have public enemy number 1, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number 2, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run. They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding. We ask the public, please, you know where they're at? Let us know.
A motive, he says, is unknown, but confirms Smith's rap career and social media presence may hold clues. Police won't yet say whether the child was inside her father's car at the time of the shooting.
Can you at least say where the baby girl was located when she was shot?
She was in the car wash, specifically where we don't know.
This is the 4th and 5th homicide here in Forest Hill just this year. Hernandez says all of these cases are unrelated. However, police are working with the sheriff's office to increase patrols in the area. Maria Guerrero, NBC5.
And one other note here. Maria confirmed with Chief Hernandez about past records she found indicating one of the suspects, Adonis Robinson, is a registered sex offender.
Listen.
Hi, Kim.
The people that's hiding these fools, y'all are a bunch of fucking cowards too. Right? The streets should be eating these motherfuckers. Oh, but Shy, that's what happens. It goes down like that in the street. They probably didn't know the baby was there. I don't give a fuck if they knew or they didn't know. It happened. Eat them. Destroy them. No place to run, no place to hide. You have no friends. This wasn't a matter of somebody ran up on them and in the shootout this happened. No. Y'all went up to get somebody. You took out a little girl.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
There should be nobody hiding you. They shouldn't be turned. They don't have to turn you in either. The street should eat you. Interpret that however the fuck you want. You shouldn't be safe nowhere. Oh, but Shy, it's part of the game. Collateral damage. I don't give a fuck. You're a coward if you're housing those hoes. Somebody left. Maybe they sympathize for shit like that. I don't. Fuck them. Forest Hills police are asking for the public's help tracking down 2 men in connection with the unaliving of a man and his young daughter who were gunned down Monday outside of a car wash. Forest Hill Police Chief David Hernandez said Wednesday they identified 24-year-old Adonis Yevon Robinson, or Yavon Robinson, and 21-year-old Jacoby DeJuan Russell as suspects with the unaliving of 30-year-old Ronnie Smith and his 5-year-old daughter, Amani. Smith and his daughter were cleaning out his car at Slappy's Express Car Wash on Forest Hill Drive about 10:45 a.m. on Monday when police said a man in a white 4-door Kia approached and opened fire. Despite life-saving attempts, both victims were pronounced unalive at the scene. A large crowd gathered at the scene, leading police to call in resources from neighboring agencies to help with crowd control. Police said they found the Kia, but won't say where it was found or what the fugitives may be driving now. Now we've identified the 2 cowards that took the lives of these innocent people. I'm not putting the daddy in that mix. I saw videos of him on TikTok running his fucking mouth. You knew you had no business running the streets with your shorty. You weren't ready. You called yourself a gangster. You weren't gangster enough to protect her. You weren't gangster enough to protect her. So miss me with there was one innocent person in this entire situation that was unalived, and it was that little girl. Dude fucked around and found out. These 2 goofies right here, they fucked around, they about to find out. You got all kind of smut ass motherfucking cases on your jacket. You a registered ex-offender, and now you got a baby body. You got a whole lot of smut on your jacket. And nobody should be hiding you. Ain't no love. Miss me with the loyalty. That ain't loyalty. It's foolishness. Forest Hills police didn't say if they had determined a motive for the shooting or if the suspects and victims knew each other. I don't know. Something just happened here.
You never play me, nice try. Ballin' in a nice spot. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Hello, Mr. Nice Watch.
Jonathan Pantria sent $5 moth fuck them dirty pieces off shit, may they get what those fucking cowards deserve the worst. May street justice take care of you in or out prison, bunch of bitches ain't code. Rest in peace to all the beautiful angels we're viciously losing.
That's it. Salute JP for the $5 power chat. Motherfuck them dirty pieces of shit. May they get what those fucking cowards deserve the worst. May street justice take care of you in or out of prison. Bunch of bitches ain't code. Rest in peace to all the beautiful angels we're viciously losing. Facts. Because these pussies want to play Call of Duty in the street. Dude was telling people on the internet. We'll probably find a video. You can't go to that car wash telling people this. The father. And then you go there with your daughter, you a whole bitch. You wasn't gangster enough to protect her. You pussied out, you ran. Oh, Shy, he was trying to get them away from the car where the girl was at. Too little, too late, bitch. Too little, too late. I don't miss me with the excuses. Make the right decision and fuck what you talking about. He made the wrong decision on many occasions. Forest police didn't say if he had determined the motive for the shooting or if the suspects and victims knew each other. The investigation into the homicides is ongoing and is being spearheaded by the Texas Rangers. According to Hernandez, Robinson is a non-compliant ex-offender. A search on the state's online registry revealed a man matching Robinson's full name, date of birth, and face tattoo, who was a registered ex-offender convicted of sexual assault of a 55-year-old woman and sentenced to 4 years of parole in 2021. 4 years of parole, all right, for an assault on a 55-year-old woman. I'm learning through social media and the news and all the clippings that these actual offenders, these Chomskys and these motherfucking PDF files are probation bound. Probation bound on a regular basis. Huh? I put up a stream about Vitaly smacking up chomos, or Vitaly's entourage smacking up chomos. Sympathizers come on my channel, they report that shit, I get in trouble for it. These fucking people, he got 4 years of parole for a 55-year-old woman. A parole? What does that even mean, a parole? And sentenced to 4 years of parole in 2021. The state's online records show Robinson must be registered as an ex-offender until 2034 and is considered a moderate risk level. Until 2034? Listen, man. There's no fixing these motherfuckers. If you on the register, you should be on the register for life. The problem is when you guys prosecute and get the wrong people on the register. That's why we have to give an out to motherfuckers like him and give a 2034 release date. NBC5 shared the profile with Hernandez, who confirmed he's a suspect in the car wash unalivings. Family members told NBC5 Smith was a local rapper who performed under the stage name G Money Lil Ronnie, or G's Little Ronnie. They said he was a good person who loved his 2 children and didn't bother anyone. He didn't bother nobody. Nobody. Hit the like button. He didn't target nobody. He was a family man and he was going around rapping, okay? Nah, man. He was antagonizing motherfuckers to pull up. Smith's aunt, Stella Houston, said, why would you target him? Why would you target him? He didn't bother nobody. And a baby? His baby? That's it. That's the only question asked. A baby? You couldn't just run up on him and catch him? Get him? Nah, you got to bust with your eyes closed with the door halfway on the car open. Ah! That's what y'all do. Fuck you. The police chief would not disclose where the child was located at the time of the shooting, whether inside her father's car or whether she was in plain view of the unaliver. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a fuck if she was inside the car, outside the car, standing on it. I don't give a fuck. Don't matter. Hernandez confirmed Smith's rap career and social media activities are being analyzed by detectives searching for any clues in this case. Hernandez told NBC5 he has not seen leaked surveillance video from the car wash of the shooting and asked for the public to refrain from watching or sharing the graphic video, instead coming forward with information on the suspects. Nah, we gonna watch it. We don't got no information. Ya llegó el mamabicho. Hernandez told NBC5 he's not information on the suspects. Let the public know that there's a threat out there, said Hernandez. They're dangerous, they're armed, and we need you to please call 911, let our police officers respond and take appropriate action. The suspects are charged with capital unaliving because the case involves the unaliving of more than one person, said Hernandez. If convicted, capital unaliving could carry the unaliving sentence or termination of penalty, automatic life sentence. We continue to work diligently to bring the suspects into custody and urge anyone with information related to the case or whereabouts of Robinson and Russell to contact the Forest Hills Police Department, blah, 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 blah. Fuck you two. The worst for you. You know what I mean? The worst for you. The worst. The worst for you. Let me see if I can find the video. Let's do this real quick. Let's get the mamabicho over here. John 1. Hey, Shy, do you think because you bring up other rats it makes the twins not be rat? No, they're rats, dog. You're a rat, too. They are rats and the twins were made to pay someone else's bill, but do you know if others did also? You don't even know what you're talking about. You're not even worthy of having this conversation with me because you're just a bumbling fucking idiot. So, somebody just get rid of this fucking guy. He likes attention. Let's give him attention. Put him in a fucking bench. I answered your questions too, Mama Richo. You can't complain like the little bitch that you are. All right. Let's see. Yeah, you got the green light, JP. Do your thing. They're telling us to not show the video. Meanwhile, news channels are showing the video. CCTV footage, TV footage.
Go to motionarray.com and enter a world with over 2 million creative assets to bring your vision to life.
Alright, so you see these two dumb fucks right here? This is the car. This is these two dumb fucks busting at him. Baby, I don't know if the baby's in the car, outside the car, but you're gonna see dude take off this way. Then he cuts across this way, and they get him right here. They take off, he gets up running, he falls over here. Maybe I get clapped, who knows? I already got a strike. We'll see what happens. I don't think you can see nothing here. So. See, they busting at him. Yo, baby. He took off running.
As well. Now, if anyone's a father, you know how crazy this sounds or even feel to lose a kid in the midst of street. They in the outrage and they want justice. But anyway, we're going to get into it, man. I'm going to let the video play once, and after that, we're going to point some things out. Before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video. I'm not going to use this video. I'm going to use the raw footage because I don't want to get into his whole thing. I was already boiling about the punk internet. Dad getting his angel on the live. Last thing I need is a low-tier cartel riding troll. Shines, it mean that they told you 1,000 times that they cooperated. They told you 1,000 times, yeah, I'm a rat, call me whatever you want. But here's the thing, you guys only want to obsess about them. You don't care about nobody. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. Never did. Everybody ratting. Oh shit, I need this because this is saved to watch later. Hold on, let me see the footage. They don't show the rest. Mr. Smith, aka, I already know that's an alt account, JP, so you can get that alt account out here forever. Just hide it from the channel. So
put him in a fucking bench.
This channel should be bitch slapping John 1. That's what it should be called. Bitch slapping motherfuckers with too many alts. That's doing too much. Alright, I want to find this footage. Failed that baby miserably. Failed that baby miserably. 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 Let me see. G.S. Lil Ronnie footage. That's the news. Give me a sec. I'm trying to find this footage of dude running for his life. Nobody got the raw footage? I thought I had it. Let me check IG. We gotta get out of here. We got a premiere in 10 minutes. I'll probably just have to attach the video to the and blur it out. Attach it. Which is probably a better idea. And attach it to the edited video. Let's see. Because we got to get out of it. We got a hard out at 2 today. Here we go.
Individuals run to the vehicle. They shoot a couple shots. They take off. He runs around. If you look up at the top left corner, 2 individuals run to the vehicle. They shoot a couple shots. They take off. he runs around the gate. He can't jump the gate, so seemed like he wanted to make his way back to the vehicle, but they like he can't jump the gate, so they run down on him over there behind the trash can. They hit him a couple more times.
My assumption is by this point, baby's gone.
One takes off running, and the other, he's, finishing the job, and as he's running, he collapses at the other stall, so that's how he ended up over there. And that's kind of the scene at the car wash. Unfortunate, but that's what happened.
Police have identified at least one of the suspects and have issued a capital warrant.
If you look up,
you should be feeding those motherfuckers to the street. All right, those motherfuckers should not be out there, utilizing anything to hide and none of that shit. You should be donezo right now. Somebody should have done something to you already. All right. Moment of silence for Armani. Rest in peace, Armani. Salutes. Boom. Yeah, that shit rubbed me the wrong way, man. Somebody should have done something to them. Whoever's hiding them, you a whole bitch too. You ain't shit. I wish the worst for all of y'all motherfuckers. All right, man. With that said, we got another noon CST time. So that's 10 in the West, 1 in the East. We're going to try this again next week. See how it works for the algorithm. At 2:30, at exactly the end of this stream, we got a premiere. Please meet me over there. Hit that like button. Get in the comments. Get the engagement going. I'll be in the live chat with y'all. A premiere is where we put an uploaded video up, but we have a live chat and hang out. Let's get to 30 likes before we get out of here. Let me go up to the top of the chat. We only have one Mama Ocho. He's in the bathroom smelling shit right now.
Put him in a fucking bedroom.
He accidentally deleted 298 Sosa's message. My apologies. I accidentally clapped him. Salutes to him for the donos. Salutes to Jonathan for the power chats. I appreciate you. I'm gonna work today. I'm gonna work on the new bar rules and see what that do. I got a couple other things to work on, but we'll be putting stuff out throughout the week. I'll be editing over the weekend. Probably go live for the fights. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. We got the Friday night live. Again, if you ever don't see me live, I might be either letting you know ahead of time in the Discord or in the community section or something. It would have to be for, extraordinary reasons. We've been pretty consistent on Friday nights. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get Juan. That's another alt, so you get rid of that one forever too. All right. The John one, he could come back every 24 hours until I'm tired of him. But no, that's still him, Jonathan. You could get that one and hide it. That one don't get 24 hours. Him gone. All the alts. Whenever somebody comes in and they run their mouth, they're not smart. Trolls should be smarter than this, but they're not. Whenever they come in under their name and then they start talking and then they get clapped and then another one comes in saying the same shit, alts, they're gone forever. We're not just going to be storing alts in the bathroom. Fuck out of here. All right, shout out Shannon. Shout out 298 Sosa, Chucky, ECA 22, Snicker Season, Young Jizzle, JP, SD Mexican Mike, my brother Oso. Thank you 298 Sosa for the power chat. For the super chat. Eddie Jimenez, Popeye the Stoner, Borregazo, Al the Pal, Velez. Who else we got here? HG, salutes HG. Shout out Ivy. Pure Art. Damaricho, salutes to you, pendejo. Hope you're enjoying the bathroom, bitch. Alright, boom, he should be gone for good. Yeah, just like Perfecto Gay 777, all right? Salutes to y'all. Y'all have a great day. We not going to play no music or nothing on the outro. We just going to get out of here, and I'm going to run over to the next stream. Salutes to Jonathan for the power chats. Appreciate you. Salutes to Saul for the sub. Shout out to my members, my wrenches, the usual suspects. 298 out. Good shit like usual. Salutes to you, sir. I appreciate you. All right? Boom. And then after the premiere, JP's hosting the party in the Discord. I hope everyone has a great and blessed Friday. Like and subscribe. It's free. Salute Zoraida. Salute Zoraida. Her presence was missed today. Right? We threw her a curveball with these daytime fucking streams, but we're good. She'll be back. All right? I think we covered a couple of good things. Maybe got some good videos for some of the other channels coming out of there. We'll go from there, man. So make sure you give us the engagement on this next one. Can we not get to 30 likes, though, before we get out of here? Is there one person out there who has yet to hit the like button? Please do. And come on, man. One more like. Can we get one more like? Just one. Mama Bicho, while you're in the bathroom, you can still hit the like button. Go on, hit it. Use your little rat claw. Hit the like button. You obsessed. Motherfucker got posters of the twins in his room and shit. Promoter Wars. Yeah, that's a good idea for a Head Kick Shy video right there, JP. You got to help me produce that shit, man. We got to get your chat GPT skills up. Start breaking shit down. Salutes. All right, we got our like. I appreciate y'all. Again, if there's anybody else, hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Salutes to y'all. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. It was a good stream. I'll see y'all for tomorrow's Friday Night Live. But right now, we're going to go over to the... Matter of fact, let me just get it right here. Drop the link for y'all. The premiere that's about to drop. Where is it? There it is. Wow. Here's the link. Y'all meet me over there. I'll be in the chat over there, all right? Boom. Salutes, JP. I will see y'all on that other side over there. I will holla. Peace.